Now, you also said that, at the age of 13, you was making $1,000 a day.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And can't nobody call no cap about that. That shit sound. I ain't even want to tell dude who Adam. I was doing an interview with. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I got a crazy story. If I tell you this, it might sound believable. He wanted to hear it. That's 100% fact. That's a fact. I was selling bows. I was 13 years old, bro. That's a fact. And everybody in my life knows it's a fact. Listen, my mama found, I ain't even tell him this. My mama found 2 pounds of weed in my closet before and gave that shit to my big cousin, C here, rest in peace. She found 2 bowls in my shit. She was mad as fuck. Like, where you get this from? Like, I was really moving like that. I was rocking like that. The dude who house we was rolling in, it was a abandoned house, but dude had his family living in that motherfucker. Nigga named Tone, man. He was an older nigga. I think he in prison right now. He got a gang of time. His name was Tone. He was short as hell, black ass nigga. They end up moving to another crib. He was squatting. You know what squatting is, right?
No.
Basically, like you go in an abandoned house that's a HUD home or some shit like that ain't nobody selling no time soon. They owe a bunch of taxes on the house. And if you put a refrigerator in there, a stove, and I think like you get the whatever, something like a toilet and shit like that, you legally can stay in that house until it's sold. We call that squatting. So Tone's a mastermind with squatting and shit. He ended up moving his family on Whittier somewhere. We got the crib and we was rolling out that bitch. I literally had niggas way older than me selling weed for me out of there. I ain't even know what to sell a zip for. I ain't even know how to weigh no zip up. I ain't know how many grams in a zip. None of that shit. When I first got all that weed, I was giving that shit away. I gave a QP to my big brother Rick to take me to Eastland. Swear to God on my children. My big brother finessed me out of 4 zips of weed to take me to the mall and everything. But he the same nigga that taught me what the shit should cost and all that. That really happened. I was rolling. I was making like 1,000 a day, bro. Probably a little under than that when I was 13 years old. It didn't last long. It wasn't no long run. None of that shit. It wasn't no well thought out plan. It wasn't just lit. It was just some shit that happened. It came and it went, but it happened.
Do you feel like it didn't last because you had too many people in your operation?
No, it didn't last because I didn't know what I was doing. I was a shorty. I was just doing that shit. I didn't even care. I didn't know it was serious. It wasn't nothing to me. We was just doing it. That's why I didn't last. It wasn't no type of plan. It just wasn't nothing. Niggas weren't getting over on me because my big brother wasn't having that shit.
What are you doing with the money at 13 years old? There's only so much you can buy. You can't buy a car.
All I did was bought clothes. All I did. I went school shopping for myself because this was the summer of me being in the 8th grade going to the 9th grade, and I went to Icewear. I went school shopping. I used to pay my cousin. I had a car. It was a Duster though. I spent a rack on that motherfucker, but I used to pay my cousin Pee Wee's to drive his hoopty. You know what I'm saying? We was just going shopping. That's it. That's all I did with that money. I ain't do nothing else with it. I ain't take care of my mama. I wasn't responsible. I ain't do the right shit. I just went shopping, bought clothes, that shit. Told them all up, went to Skateland so I could flex. That's it.
So I'm guessing you never worked a 9-to-5 before?
Yeah, I had a bunch of jobs. I worked at my uncle's mattress shop. I worked at a hardware. I worked at Athlete's Foot. All them shits lasted for like months, but them jobs I had, except the hardware.
Damn. I mean, you went from making fast money to getting paid a paycheck. Like, a lot of people can't do that.
I was working while I was hustling. I was working at the hardware when I was selling.
Okay.
I always been smart. I always knew to get it. If it's there, you gotta get it. I ain't never had too much pride. I was a young nigga. I was the only nigga my age with a job on the block. So other niggas wasn't that responsible to even want to work. Working at a hardware and selling weed.